Greetings! We're here in the Fremont-Wainema National Forest in south central Oregon. Stopped off along the trail to take a quick look at a very well-known and actually rather useful plant, paintbrush. This plant is not just very well-known and incredibly popular among all of us who love our nature and wildflowers. Here in early July, there's just a sea of flowers all over the place, mainly balsam root, but also there's paintbrush just everywhere. It's super, super abundant. Now, you may have heard not to eat paintbrush, and that is true. However, there is a beneficial use to it that is actually the same reason why you shouldn't eat it, because paintbrush likes to have a lot of selenium in its tissues. And in the roots, the stalks, the leaves, and the flowers, you're going to find it mostly not, though, in the flowers. There's definitely some in the flowers, and so if you need selenium in your diet, for example, if you're deficient, bugs, this could be a potential source of a supplement. However, every reference you're going to find to it online says to eat the flowers very, very sparingly, because if you get too much selenium, you're not going to be a happy camper. And that's why it's just not safe really to eat the roots or the stalks or anything like that. However, selenium, as you may know, also helps out with your scalp, and native peoples who use this absolutely knew that. Don't ask me how they knew, but they did know. They didn't know necessarily that there was selenium in it, and that was the active compound, but you may have selenium-based shampoo in your shower stall right now, and it's to help with your scalp, and native peoples would use this flower to make it into like a hair wash, and to give you nice, lustrous, shiny hair, healthy scalp. Heck yeah. And so, you know, it may be poisonous to eat in abundance, but sparingly and used topically on your hair, it actually can have some benefits. But because it's so abundant, that means that if you were going to try and, bushcraft up some sort of a hair wash for it, you certainly wouldn't be depleting anything. There's billions and billions of these individual flowers right now, just all across the landscape. They're everywhere. As far as the eye can see out here, from the start of my hike till the end of this hike, I've seen paintbrush lining the trail and across every hillside. So it's super common. You're not going to, kill a rare native plant if you pulled up at one of these to make into, some sort of a supplement for if you did want to supplement your selenium a little bit. And as in terms of sparingly, how to eat it sparingly, I keep reading references say just don't even bother eating it. But if you're going to, just nibble like 1 or 2 flowers every other day or something like that. And personally, I do have need for dandruff control, but I'm probably not going to be pulling up the paintbrush to help myself out with that. I have commercial products that already were made and are ready to use. There's no need to go pulling up plants just to replace something that I already have. So, I mean, use your commercial stuff if you already have it, but if you're completely out and, there's nothing else at all and you're stuck out in the middle of the wilderness and it's a survival situation and you just got to treat your hair with a selenium hair wash, okay, paintbrush might come in handy. Or if you know that you have a tendency to be deficient in your selenium, this might not be the worst choice if you are very, very careful in how much you actually consume. But it's best used really as aesthetic, as we all know. I mean, look at these beautiful hillsides here. I just can't help it. It's so gorgeous with the balsam root and the paintbrush just spreading across here with the yellow and the green and the red. It's beautiful, mixed in with all the sage. And of course, we're starting to get some goat's beards here. There's a little goat's beard popping up and a couple more over there. And they have a big, huge yellow flower that's really pretty. So, it's just a lovely time of year, and paintbrush is one of the little aspects of this time of year that make it all the more lovely. So I definitely want to thank you so much for taking a quick minute to join me here along the trail as we take a look at a very common but somewhat useful plant, paintbrush.